You're watching Hot Walk Academy, and today we're making cold, spicy sesame noodles, a great dish to have as a snack. Let's cook. Okay, this dish is a dish actually that I thought of because my daughter asked, "Hey mom, can you make this for us?" It's a family favorite. It's so easy. In fact, everything is ready right here. So let me walk through the ingredients. In order to make this dish has the sauce, and one of the chief flavors is gonna be the sourness of this seasoned vinegar, rice vinegar. So this is not rice wine. It is the second stage of wine, which is sour wine, vinegar. And this is gonna be a very important element. So make sure you get a good seasoned rice vinegar. Seasoned just means it's got some salt and a little bit of sugar for sweetness. This is just regular Kikkoman soy sauce. For our noodles that we're using today, this is Taiwan style you mian. You've seen me use this before for Dan Dan noodles. You can click below to find a link to that particular video. These noodles are fantastic. They cook very quick and they come out very, very QQ, as we say in Taiwanese. It's got a great bounce, a great bite to this noodle. So I especially love this brand. See if you can find it at your local Asian grocer. For our topping today, we're just gonna be using some fresh cilantro. We'll mince this up and we will add it to our dish at the very end. And let's walk through the other elements of the sauce. So I've got here, this is sweetener. I've chosen agave today. I like agave because it is gonna melt right into our sauce. You don't have to mess with kind of graininess of sugar. I've got some toasted sesame seeds. These are white sesame seeds that I actually just toasted in my wok this morning. This is white pepper. I've got here chili flakes. This is actually a Thai style chili flake, kind of a smoky flavor. It's not really spicy. If you are to heat it up in like a wok or liquid, it'll make it spicy. But because this is a cold dish, you're not gonna have a lot of spice, but this adds a nice color and even a nice texture. The crunchy chili seeds are a great addition. This is some of the roasted peanuts. Again, I just roasted these this morning in order to make the sesame peanut sauce. If you're wondering how to make that, you can also click in the links below and find a link to our sesame peanut butter. But we're gonna add this as a topping to our noodles as well. And this is the peanut butter in question. I actually just got done making this, roasting the peanuts. And then this is, you can see the consistency here. It is pretty runny. And oh boy, it just smells so good actually when I'm lifting it here. It's sweet, it's got little bits of coarse salt in there, just a fantastic base. If you don't have this product, you can simply use peanut butter, and if you want, you can even add tahini to give it that extra sesame flavor in there. But making this sauce is really worth your time. It does take some time. Find the video below and let us know what you think. Try this out. I've also got coarse salt, and for our noodles, what I've done is I've gone ahead and boiled the noodles. So I want them cooked, you want them cooked all the way done, but you want them cooked QQ, or in America we like to say al dente, to the tooth, right, in Italian, an Italian phrase. You want your noodles to be nice and chewy. What I've done is I've rinsed them in cold water so that they are not sticking together, and these noodles will be the perfect texture for our mixing. So I've got here a couple bowls. Let's actually get the, let me get my cilantro out of the way. So I don't need really all of this, but we can use this for a little bit later on. What you wanna do is just kind of mince it. You don't wanna go too small because I do like the leaves and the way the leaves look. So that's off to the side, ready to go as a topping at the very end. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare my sauce in a mixing bowl with a flat whisk to help the sauce get incorporated. And then we're gonna put it all into the larger bowl for both mixing and topping, and then you can serve directly from a bowl like this. So let's go ahead and get started. The base ingredient is gonna be your peanut sauce. So I'm actually gonna add quite a bit of it. I might even go ahead and just add the whole bowl right into there. So again, this is my toasted peanut and sesame sauce, homemade. It's got palm sugar It's got coarse salt and some peanut oil to help loosen it up in the blender. So let's get that in there. And let's begin to add the different elements for spice. So because I do want there to be a nice color to my sauce, and I want it to be a little bit spicy, I'm gonna go ahead and add probably 1.5 of these spoons, and go ahead and add that right in. And I will add some of this white pepper. White pepper, it can get spicy as well if you add a lot to it, but I just want it in there for the aromatic effect. And I do want it to be pretty sweet. And the sweetness is going to play off of that sourness from the vinegar in a very nice way. So we'll add some of that. That should be enough there. Let's put some of this soy sauce. Now, you don't want to add too much soy. Soy can be very overpowering, especially when eaten raw. So just add a little bit. And then lastly, I'm going to add my vinegar. So let's put a few splashes in here to really give it that sour flavor. Okay, let's mix that up. And what we want here is we want a pretty loose sauce. And you want the sauce to be loose because you have to have it coat your noodles pretty well, okay? So let's get that all mixed. Now, what flavor profile am I going for? Now, you notice I haven't done any measuring. So what we want to do as a base idea of cooking is understand, what do ingredients taste like all by themselves? And as you understand that, you will begin to be able to put flavors together very well. So what I'm looking for here is obviously nutty, but I also want it to be spicy, sweet, sour, and a little bit salty. So in fact, I'm going to add just a pinch of salt here. All right, let's go ahead and taste that and see what we think. Now, already I can tell you by looking at the texture, this is gonna be a little bit too thick to coat my noodles real well. Let me just see if I can let you see that again. It's a little bit thick, so I'm gonna taste it first. Here's my theory. I'm gonna taste it. I'm hoping that I'll need more vinegar. That will help it loosen up. If it's sour enough, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. So let's go ahead and taste and see how this tastes here. It's really good. I think it needs a little more spice. I'm not tasting a lot of spiciness, so let's go ahead and add that in. I think it could use just a little bit more sour, but not much. And like I said, I want it to be looser than it is, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of water to it. Not too much. All right, let's get that all incorporated. All right, one more taste test. That's perfect. Spicy, sour, salty. You know, it needs a little bit of sweetness, actually. I'm gonna add just a little bit more sweetness to it. And let's try that one more time and we'll be ready to incorporate. All right, that's perfect. So we're ready to go. What we'll do now is we'll go ahead and put our noodles right into our plate, right into our bowl, excuse me. And I've got here my cooking chopsticks. So these are 13-inch. It's a black plastic chopstick with a red silicone tip, which makes it pretty easy for moving our food around. Little grips here at the end. And let's go ahead and add all of our peanut sauce. Look how beautiful that is. All right. And let's get that incorporated. Now what I'm going to try to do is because I want to serve it in this bowl, I'm gonna try to keep it off the sides, a little bit tricky. So you might have an intermediate bowl if you want, or you could even make this your mixing bowl and we can plate it in something else a little bit later. So let's get that mixed around here, fully incorporated. And this is where you can see you need chopsticks that aren't gonna bend on you, and you need it to be pretty loose because as you can see, it can get pretty sticky if you have that peanut sauce too dry or too sticky. All right, I'm liking the way that it's feeling. Even though it's a little bit sticky, I might add just a little bit of water to help loosen it up, but I'm gonna try just the way it is right now. If you add too much water, you could be losing some flavor, and I don't necessarily want to do that. All right, let's do just a bit of water to loosen that up. Oh, that feels a lot better. Okay. So you know what? The sides of my bowl are getting so messy now. I'm actually going to use this as my mixing bowl, and I will serve it into the bowl that the noodles came from originally. Really mix it around good till all your noodles are coated. Let me let you see what they look like now. Both for texture, you can see the movement of the noodles, as well as how thickly they should be coated. Just like that. All right, they are well mixed. Let's go ahead and put it back, and we'll call this our serving bowl. And let's see if I can go ahead and transfer it. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna just do a little bit of a twist, because I want my noodle to kind of be a clump on the inside. That way, when I top it, it looks a little bit nicer. So I'm gonna go ahead and twist it here till all my noodles are kind of in one piece. Stab it here, twist the bowl. All right, and let's see if I can get this transferred over nicely. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead and put some toppings on that. So let's start with our greens. I mainly want the leaves. Get the greens on there. I might even add a few more chili flakes just so they look nice right on top. And of course, some of my sesame seeds. And just for the look, some of these roasted peanuts. So there you go. That's your spicy sesame cold noodles. Try them, let us know what you think, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please share, and let us know what you think about this dish. Thanks again.